What's going on YouTube? My name is Amisbro, and for this video we have two topics in the news as far as anime streaming and did Sailor Moon Crystal finally get a network? Let's talk about it. So, first up we're going to talk about Sailor Moon Crystal. Check this out. Beginning in April, it's actually going to start airing on over-the-air television in Japan. As many of you may or may not know, presently Sailor Moon Crystal is airing through Nico Nico Video, and is also being simulcasted here via Hulu, Crunchyroll, and Neon Alley. Well, we don't know the network or the time yet, but we do know that it's actually going to start airing in Japan beginning in April. Now, my whole thing about this is going to be this, and maybe there's reasons, but my whole thing would be this. If this is true, and they're going to get a network, they're going to get a day, and they're going to get a time slot in Japan, right? By the way, I'm going to take a guess it's going to be TV Ayashi, only because that was the network they aired the original series on. But if that's the case, then I'll ask it like this. Could they have waited till 2015 and then aired Sailor Moon Crystal from episode 1 to 26 and done it weekly? Because, and by the way, this isn't just me, people on major websites have criticized the way the scheduling has been done for Sailor Moon Crystal since it started airing here. They also have criticized other things about the series, not the least of which is the animation, the story. You get the idea, right? So, trust me when I tell you, it's good news that they're actually going to get a network now, but my whole thing is, could you realistically have waited till you got the network to be able to do it as a weekly series for 26 weeks, and then go on from there? Or was the pressure so good that was the pressure so much that you couldn't wait, or that they couldn't wait, and we know what happened? That is an interesting one to think about, and it's something that is going to be interesting moving forward. Because here's another thing. Say they finish out this season, or these two seasons, because we're officially started season 2 of Sailor Moon Crystal today. If they go and they do the third arc, right? Will they wait, catch up the over-the-air television, and then use that network to broadcast the third season, third and fourth arcs? And if they do, will it be then become a weekly series as opposed to this bi- and sometimes tri-weekly thing that they've had going on now for a little while? Because like I said, that's been one huge criticism amongst a lot of people as far as the series goes. So, that's something to think about. Speaking of bi-weekly, let's talk about Kuroko's Basketball. They recently reached an agreement, CIG did, with the popular anime streaming service, and they are going to start airing next Friday, or this Friday rather, the 23rd, the series from episode 1. But here's the thing. They're going to air every episode 2 weeks after the original air date from this point forward. So it's going to be a bi-weekly on Crunchyroll. And there's a lot of people that are happy about this because they claim, and this is a claim, that Daisuke's subtitles are not exactly the greatest. I don't think they're bad. I don't know if... Yeah, I'm weird when it comes to subtitles because, like, sometimes I read them, but sometimes I'm just looking at the faces of the characters to really understand where the story's going. So for me, I guess it's not that big a deal, but there's a lot of people, I guess, that are not thrilled with that. My thing is, if you wait until Crunchyroll airs the episodes, you're going to be behind everybody else who has already seen the episode, so then you're really prone to spoilers. You know? But what's even funny about that is sometimes spoilers don't really even bug me, because, like, when I was watching Diabolic Lovers the first time, I was a week behind everybody, so everybody else is bitching about the fandom from that week's episode, and I haven't seen it yet, but by the time I get to that episode, I totally forgot what they were bitching about. You get what I'm saying? So it will be interesting to see, will more people watch on Daisuke, or will they wait for the Crunchyroll edition now? For the record, I will mention this now. We will continue on watching it through the Daisuke service at this point. I've seen 2 episodes. The thing of it is I have to now figure out if this is the series review coming up in 24 weeks, because, oh yes, this is now also a 26 episode series. The question is going to be, where do I put this as far as the categories, because the season 1 and season 2 reviews are in the Crunchyroll section, but if this is the series review, and because it's not Crunchyroll, then I'm probably going to have to stick it in, you know. So this does cause that bit of a interesting situation, but it's one that I'm willing to undertake for you guys. And remember, I stated this, as it stands right now, the finale of season 3, maybe the final season, so maybe the series finale, will be June 27th, because this is a 26-week episode series, and I was under the impression originally it was 25, so I had penned to the 20th. I will do, while I'm thinking of it, I know I promised a review of Death Billiards, the short that came out for Death Parade back in 2013. Well, what I'm going to do as a make good is, in the link below, I will put a link to the review, which I did for what I call the OVA Death Billiards. It's technically considered a movie, it's technically considered a short. For my sanity's sake, when I reviewed it, I called it an OVA. Because that is what I do, unless I am specifically told it is a movie, I treat it as an OVA. There was a 1 episode OVA that was done for Amnesia, which I watched recently. That is also on the blog. So I will find that for you, and I will put that in the description down here. I will say, by the way, if anybody's curious, both the season 2 premiere and this week's episode of Kuroko's Basketball delivered. They delivered in different ways, though, and it would be remiss of you to not watch both of them, especially if you want to do a compare and contrast to the way they tell stories. because they had their own unique way of doing it, but one is a bit faster paced than the other, so just keep that in mind, because what a lot of people don't realize when I look at story pacing is I want a 24-minute episode to not feel like 24 minutes. I want it to feel like less than that, not more. And sometimes I think when I'm watching Sailor Moon, that tends to happen. And that's not a good thing. That's all I'm going to say. But it could very well be a very good season for Sailor Moon. We just have to wait and see. Kuroko's Basketball, already delivering, and we're only 2 episodes in. We got 24 to go. I'm going to need pain pills by the time we're done. Oh boy. Y'all have a great night. I will talk to you again on Thursday. Thursday is the series review for Cardcaptor Sakura. So, until then, my friends, you take care of yourself, and I will talk to you later.